us a little bit about what it's like in the OR when you're working.
Well, my environment in the OR is a little unique. Not only do I deal with kids, and they've got to stay warm, but I also deal with orthopedics. And in orthopedics, we are moving around, we're pushing, we're pulling, we're sweating. So on top of that, I add what I've got on, which is much different than the average surgeon. Not only do I have a gown that I'm wearing the whole time, and that my room is warm, but I also wear lead. And lead is worn because we use x-ray. So I've got a gown on from my neck all the way down to the middle of my thighs. So when it comes to getting hot, there's nothing like being in a pediatric orthopedic surgery room. Well, the tasc has been a real find for me this year for a lot of reasons. And I'm gonna start off first with just the heat, that I'm in this room for hours at a time, sweating, and it does two things for me. It keeps me cool, first of all, which is, fantastic for me. And then secondly, when I take everything off, all my gown and all my lead off, for some crazy reason, it also keeps me warm. And that's kind of been the first time that's ever happened. The second thing is it wicks away the moisture enough that I don't have to change my clothes when I go to talk to the family. I'm actually dry enough now that I can get out there and not have to spend 10 minutes putting on a new pair of scrubs. So for me, that's fantastic. The other thing is this winter, this was the first time I wore it this winter, and the cool thing is I always have trouble just getting itchy. It's so dry here in Grand Junction, and the scrubs are cotton. I mean, they're nice and everything, but when it comes wintertime, it's hard not to really be pretty scratchy by about the second or third hour that you're in there. For some reason, the tasc is just not itchy. I'm just not having the trouble with dry skin, which is fantastic. And I guess the third thing, which I love about it, is I've worn polypro for a long time, and you wash polypropylene, and it just never seems to smell good again. Where this smells good right after you wash it. So it's really been a find for me.